I had somebody ask me in my mastermind this last week if I had an answer for a question that they had, and I thought I would share it here because it's probably people that are here trying to solve this same exact problem. So, thought I would share the answer for this item. So, what the question was, this person is going to a meeting. They want to be able to have a QR code where people scan the QR code on the screen in their presentation or on their phone. And then they want to be able to get the person over to Go High Level, collect their name, their email address, and that stuff, then be able to send them directly to Skool so that they can connect there. And obviously, the way that most of this stuff works is we could obviously put a QR code directly to Skool. That's not a problem. But the issue is people will get lost here, right? So if I send them directly to Skool, what'll happen is there's a Zapier capability inside of Skool already where you could have people register with Skool and then you could send them back to the CRM, send them back to Go High Level. The issue is, what if people get lost here? What if they don't follow through? Yeah, there's lots of sort of challenges with this option. So there's a way inside of Skool where you can essentially approve them automatically to be in your Skool community. So if you have a free Skool community, you're trying to grow it and you want to put up a QR code or whatever, this answer might actually help you. So the sort of thing that we went through, and I just proved it out on my end that this works. So I have this content and conversion community. It's my free community. And so if people scan the QR code that's here, essentially you're brought to a form in the CRM. And then with that, then you fill out the form. You're going to be then dropped into a webhook that then goes off. So I'll show you the automation. Unfortunately, I can't click into these because it'll show my private webhook and I don't want to do that. But anyway, so somebody scans the QR code. I add a tag that says QR to Skool. With that, then I send them to the webhook. That's kind of the next step. I won't click there. I'm going to wait 30 minutes though. And in 30 minutes, I'm going to send them another email that says, hey, if you didn't get the link, then you should have gotten it by now. You can also just go back and register for the Skool community. So it's not the ideal thing, but it is one way that I could get people, to register for the community if they haven't already registered. Then the next thing is what they should get in their email is a link that looks like this. So I'm trying to bring up my phone just so you could see it here. So it look like this, join now. And if they're already logged into Skool, what'll happen is it'll bring them straight in. They're not going to get an approval or anything like that. It's just going to bring them straight in. This is the risk for anybody running a community where you don't want spammers, or you might be at a place where maybe some of the audience you don't want to have. Then just send them the email. So just send them the email link that's inside of Skool. And I could show you these different places in just a second where to get that information. But yeah, so if they click, join now, this takes them directly there. They're in that community. And yeah, they can essentially be a member. They don't have to go through or wait for you to approve them as a member. So honestly, that might be a good way for people to get into the community, for you. But again, this is sort of something every person's going to have to weigh for themselves as to whether is that risk of getting them worth that or not. So inside of your community, how to do these different things, right? So you have the settings over here, which most people probably already know. You have your invite link. This invite link takes people to your about page and they can purchase or request memberships. This one has the approval process included in it. When you go to plugins, though, at the very bottom, this webhook, that's what I'm demonstrating here. And so on Go High Level and you want people to not have to go through that approval process, you're going to be somewhere that is quote unquote safe and have people that you want to be in your community. This is one way to get them directly in. And all you do is you structure the webhook in a way so it has at the very end the question mark equals and then email and then their email address after that. There's instructions in here for how to format the webhook. And then inside of high level, it's pretty straightforward as well. May as well demonstrate that really quickly. I'm going to use just a blank workflow for people because, like I said, I don't want to share mine. But let me create a new workflow here. And then the next step would be webhook. It's going to be this custom webhook is what you're going to send. It's going to be a post. Essentially going to be something your community.com and then question mark, like I said, email equals, and then whatever their email address is. And then down here in content type, it's going to have whatever was in your form. So I should add, it's going to have the contact's email. This part is just as important, and I didn't spell email right. But anyway, hopefully people get the idea right. And Sam Ovens has the structure of how this thing should work. He's got a nice video. I made a mistake and was trying to include this link inside of an email. It won't work that way. You have to structure this as a webhook. So, and obviously there's a cost for premium action, but I frankly don't care about that. I'm more worried about having a leaky bucket, right? And not having people show up in my community that I want in the community. And then, yeah, the whole idea is to grow your community. And so I just thought I would share that solution here and hopefully it helps somebody. Thanks.